Hi, this is your host. In today's video, we're going to find out how muskrats build their lodges. Muskrat lodges are amazing structures, very similar to beaver lodges. They're built in the water, but they're made of sticks and mud, so it's pretty interesting. You out there in the middle of a lake, and you see these things sticking out of the water, and you can tell it's a muskrat lodge, because beavers don't really build like that. Beavers build more of a wooden structure, whereas muskrat lodges have a lot of mud in them. There are several steps to building a muskrat lodge. First thing they do, much like beavers, they go out into the sticks and they choose which sticks they want to use. Now, they're not picky about the sticks. They'll take any sticks they can find. But when they bring them back to their lodge site, they will arrange those sticks in a circle. And this circle of sticks is going to be the foundation of their lodge. It's also going to be the walls and the roof of their lodge. So once they have that circle of sticks built up, then they start bringing in the mud. Now, the way they make their lodge is they make a dome over that circle of sticks. So they're not making a very good roof over their heads. They're making a dome so that when they're inside the lodge, they can keep their body heat in. It's pretty cold in the northern parts of North America where these guys live, so they need to keep nice and warm in there. That dome is going to be made of mud and sticks and cattails, whatever they can find to make that lodge. They're going to make it nice and cozy for their family. In fact, if you were to cut into one of these lodges and take a look at it, it would almost look like a beehive. It'd be kind of hexagonal in shape. Now, when they're done building the dome, then they have to build an entrance. Because the entrance is probably the most important part of the lodge, it has to be just big enough for them to get through. Otherwise, predators are going to be able to get in there and eat them. So they're going to make that entrance small, and they're also going to make it underwater. So what they do is they take some sticks and they make it stick out over the top of the lodge so that it makes a roof over the entrance. And that entrance is going to be down below the water. That way no predators can get in there and grab them. Now, the reason why they build their lodge above the water and not just completely underwater is because during the winter, the ice forms on the top of the water. If their lodge was under the water, well, they'd be trapped inside of there with all that ice. And the only way to get out would be to dig their way out. But if their lodge is above the water, they can dig an entrance out of their lodge and come out directly up to the surface. That way they don't have to worry about the ice forming above their heads. Another thing they do is they line the inside of their lodge with something soft. They might use grasses, they might use cattail, leaves, whatever they can find to make a nice, cozy bed for the winter. Sometimes these lodges are used by other animals besides muskrats. Mink will use them, weasels will use them, even foxes will use these lodges during the winter. And sometimes there might be 2 or 3 families living in one of these lodges. Muskrats are pretty easy to identify. They have these large kind of paddle tails. And on top of their head, they have this little whisker pad right here. Kind of looks like a big black teardrop. Of course, they have their musk glands here on their sides. Those are the things that give them their musky odor. Well, thanks for watching. This is your host. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them below. We'll see you next time.